Hi, I'm Charlotte and this video focuses on pattern and colour. So it does involve some drawing. Don't turn off the video, you'll be fine. It's going to focus a lot more on meditative drawing rather than technical. So I'm going to show you a different couple of techniques you can use before you start making your own, and hopefully they'll inspire you. So let's see how I get on. So we're going to start with just one kind of vortex-esque kind of drawing that explores pattern and colour really nicely. I've just taken some plain paper, I've got some pens and a pencil, but you could use any kind of drawing equipment, so oil pastel, pencils, even a biro. For the first one, I've just squared off the piece of paper, so I've done that by folding it and then tearing it. And I'm going to find the centre of my kind of paper. Doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm going to kind of come out in this sort of curved firework kind of shape, like that. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go over in black pen. Like this. And then I'm going to fill each one with a different pattern and potentially a selection of different colours as well. So I'm going to focus on the fact that it's kind of moving out, and I might start with drawing them out in pencil first. Again, a slightly sharper pencil as well. So if I make any mistakes, I can rub them out. Or you can be a little bit braver than I am and just go straight in with pencil, pen, whatever works best for you. So I'm going to draw out the design that I like for each of those patterns, each of this section, and then I'm going to start adding some colour. So I'll just finish off my drawing. So now I've drawn it out, I'm probably going to finish this one actually just straight in pen. I'm going to actually start adding some colour. So I will probably start by adding the colour first and then outlining the lines with the black. So I will probably start with this one. As I said before, you can use coloured pencil, you can use oil pastels, biro. If you're using biro, you might want to nab a couple of different colours, go for the black, blue, see if you can find a red or a green. You also don't have to colour it. So if you're just using biro, you could just do the outline. So you wouldn't have to kind of colour in each section. It's up to you. So I've put a mat down on my table just to make sure I don't get pen all over it, even though these are washable. So you might want to put a scrap piece of paper underneath. It's a bit of cardboard. Depends on how fussy you are on the table. Yes, I think I will go with the dark blue. Why not? Running out. So that's that section done with colour. I'm going to outline it. With the darker colour it might not be necessary, but it does crisp up that edge slightly, even if you can't see it that easily. So that's kind of one section of my vortex finished. I'm going to carry on and finish all of the sections and we'll have a look at how it ends up. So that's it for my first one. Pretty bright, pretty hypnotising. Quite enjoyed making that. We're going to have a go at doing a second one. So we need another piece of paper. You can stick with pens, you can go to coloured pencils, whatever you fancy. I am going to make a small semicircle. So it's always good having a cup of tea when you're doing some artwork. If you're a bit clumsy, maybe drink your tea first. Just so you don't spill it. So I've drawn a sort of semicircle. Have some lines coming out. If you are very precious about kind of making sure everything's even, which is fine, I think sometimes it's good to have a sort of a finer eye for detail. You can draw with a ruler, but if not, you can just freehand. I'm just going to mark this kind of repeating pattern going up, and then the same again. All the way round. There we go. I think that one should made it go high. So I'm going to rub that one out. There we go, it's a bit better. There we go. So there's my image. I can kind of adjust them as I'm colouring them in. So I'm going to start doing some colours on here. I'm going to do alternate colours, maybe picking 2 for each section and making them different in each section. So I'm going to see how I get on with that. So now I've finished colouring that one, I'm just going to do exactly the same again and grab my black pen and just outline each individual colour and section. You could experiment with pattern in this one if you don't want to do block colours. You could also experiment with different drawing materials, so one could be a pencil, one section could be oil pastel, and you can alternate between. Now you want to take your time with this. I'm definitely rushing a little bit because I'm making a few mistakes. I just wanted to show you quickly what the final product could look like. Obviously yours would be a lot nicer and a lot kind of more attention to detail. Saying that I have really enjoyed making this. I love using bright colours, and I just love kind of focusing on a repetitive pattern. This feels so much calmer and more relaxed at the end of the drawing. There we go. There's my final kind of view. Sort of, I like the way it sort of just travels up. So we're going to do one third final kind of exploration of colour and pattern. So you want to grab that cup of tea again and your pencil. Obviously if you're at home and you've got access to a compass, even better. So we'll see if we've got one. Yes, I do. Obviously if you're in hospital, you might just, a cup of tea works fine. So you can either use a good old tea or your compass. You just want to draw a good selection of circles, make sure they're overlapping. Stop whenever you feel comfortable, feel like you've got enough. You can have them coming off the page. I think that's enough for me. So I'm going to put that away. So yep, tea or just round the compass. I'm going to use coloured pencils for these ones, but I am going to hold on to my black pen. It's up to you if you want to include patterns in this. So you could do a pattern where the circles cross. Let's have a go at one actually, maybe. So every time a circle meets, you could introduce a stripe or a series of kind of bubble shapes. It's up to you. I actually quite like the stripe, thinking about it, so I might stick with that. And then when there is no cross of bubbles, I'm going to colour it in solid. So I'm going to start with this nice blue. And I think going forward I might keep all my circles blue, particularly where they don't cross into another one, and then I might experiment with colour when I find a section that crosses. So I'm going to do that all stripes. You can do lots of different patterns, it's up to you. You could just do different colours, whatever you fancy. Experiment with all of them. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to make something you go, that's alright. Or you're going to make something you go, oh, I love it. Don't be scared to try something just a bit out of your comfort zone. So, my blue circle. So I think I'd continue doing this bit blue, and this bit blue. This bit blue. And then marked out all the areas that are going to be blue. And then, as I said, I'd probably focus in doing a stripe pattern. I'm going to do mine freehand. But you can always use a ruler if you want, or find some sort of straight edge, magazine or book. I might put a slightly darker green behind it. Like so. So every time it crosses, I might do a different stripe in a different colour, or I might do a different pattern. I'm going to see how it goes as I colour it in, see what takes my fancy. So there we have it, my third and final way of exploring colour and pattern. I'm going to leave you with a close-up of each of the pieces of work and a couple of other examples. So hopefully something will inspire you to get making your own.